And we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live on this very beautiful Saturday, February the 3rd at 3:24 in the afternoon. How are you doing? So, integrity is a burden. What do I mean by that? Well, let's get into it. You know, recently I saw somebody they were parked illegally, and it wasn't a big deal, but it's still wrong. And they were blocking in. I was at a grocery store. They were kind of double parking, and they were getting ready to get out of their car. And I know it's wrong. Now, somebody can use another place, but here's where the burden of integrity is. If you don't say anything, you're just going to let the world go by, right? And saying something is a lot more controversial, even if somebody's wrong. Now, this person could have been insulted, they could have been angry, they could have been nice, but they actually stood their ground and they tried to debate me. They're like, oh, are you the parking police or something like that? Why don't you just look the other way? And that's where the burden lies. If you have integrity, you should be able to say something with strength, okay? You're right. Because there's enough people that are wrong in the world that get away with it. Even if they don't change their mind, they should be called out. And I'm a big believer in that. I always have been. Because there's a certain phrase, and I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but it basically has to do with the way that darkness prevails is not showing the light. Right? Imagine if this was a world where people were more accountable. The only problem is that people, in my opinion, I don't like saying the term afraid, but they think that pointing somebody out doing something wrong is controversial. It's a sad day and a sad age when you feel like trying to correct someone in a non-controversial way can cause an altercation. Whereas if I did it, I've had somebody point out to me before and I thank them. This doesn't have to be long to be insightful. This doesn't have to be long to be important. So I'll just leave it on this. If you see somebody doing something wrong, you realize in that moment that if you don't say anything, you both are wrong. Because if you truly have integrity, you will correct someone, or at least, minus law enforcement, right? Point out that somebody's wrong. If you can take accountability for your own actions, you should also be able to take accountability for other people's. Now, it might sound like it's some backward speak, but it's the truth. If something is wrong, if someone is wrong, you should be brave enough, or even better, know that it doesn't even take strength or bravery, right? To be able to speak the truth without potential, again, not fear, but a thought of repercussion. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. And there lies the burden. Integrity is a burden. This person would not do anything. I said all I could do, and I left. I stood there for 30 seconds before I even said anything, as I was getting ready to go back into my car, and as they were getting ready to get out of their car, they're bent over, they're looking for their keys and stuff like that, and I'm thinking to myself, if I don't say anything, I'm part of the problem. So you just have to ask yourself, do you want to live your life and be a part of a problem? Or do you want to pull into a parking space and know that indirectly, that maybe somebody just helped you out? And that's a reason why you can park there. This applies to everything. And unfortunately, I believe that most individuals don't want to say anything because there could be possible pushback. So that's my challenge to you. If you see something wrong, point it out to somebody. If they correct you, you know, maybe you could be thinking, oh man, what a relief. I'm so glad I didn't get angry at me. But the fact that you're thinking that somebody could potentially get angry at you, as I did, is part of the problem. You should be able to speak freely to something that's What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong without any hesitancy. Your goal should be able to say stuff freely and then think about plan B after, right? You should always know that somebody might react to anything. You could tell someone, have a good day. But if people don't like to be told they're wrong, and that's just a problem with the world. They have no accountability for their own actions. So that's my challenge to you. My challenge to you is have more integrity. Be accountable for yourself and the ones around you to make your life better. Potentially help that person out who could genuinely thank you. Don't come at them in a mean way. Just let them know. Like, hey man, just let you know you're double parked. Would you mind, you might even have to take it that far, just reparking a little bit for the next guy or girl trying to park there beside you. Okay? Be part of the answer. I'm Benja. Welldone. Have integrity. I'm out. Peace.